What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be playing the daily challenge, and yeah, I'm going to kick it off with Geo Hunter right here. So we have our 8 categories here. The first one's going to be T20, or rather the T20 format for cricket. Highest elevation, that's the second category. The rest will be public holidays, dairy production, airports, Hindu percentage, Olympic medals, and then earthquakes. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So we're going to begin with Grenada here. Grenada. Grenada's interesting. I don't think it'd be airports. I don't think it'd be Hindu percentage. Probably not Olympic medals. Earthquakes, possibility, actually. I can see earthquakes being a major thing in Grenada. Dairy production. Are there many cows there? I don't think so. Public holidays, that's something I'm unsure about. Highest elevation, I don't think so. And then cricket for Grenada? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, the West Indies, they're okay at cricket. I can't lie. They're okay. Grenada's really interesting country to start off with. I'm tempted by an earthquakes here. Or else I can see dairy production. In fact, you know what? I'm actually tempted to skip the first country right off the bat. But let's go earthquakes. I imagine at the time of recording, not too long ago, I think like maybe about 2 weeks ago, there was a pretty bad earthquake in Venezuela, and Grenada is pretty close to Venezuela, so there's a little bit of logic there. Let's go with earthquakes, although Japan would be pretty good for earthquakes, and if Japan pops up, that might be interesting, but I'm tempted with an earthquake here. I don't think it's cricket. I just feel like there's better countries like India, Australia, England, or the UK, whatever. Let's go with earthquakes. I'm tempted by an earthquake, so it's 62. It was definitely not earthquakes then. Colombia. Man, really? Okay, Colombia, we're gonna go... Public holidays is interesting. I'm not too familiar with my public holidays across the world, so this might pose issues for us, the public holidays category. Colombia, definitely not cricket. I don't think it's the highest elevation. Public holidays, it's just always there. I'm not too sure. Dairy production, how many cows do they have in Colombia? I imagine like quite a few, right? Airports, probably not. Hindu percentage, I don't think so. Olympic medals, I don't think so either. I'm tempted with dairy production here. Let's go dairy production. It was 26, that's probably not the best, but it's okay. Chile. Chile, we shall... it's definitely not cricket, we can rule that out. Highest elevation... I mean, Chile does get quite mountainous, especially towards the southern end. I just don't think it has the highest, like a very high elevation, right? Public holidays, I'm just really unsure about. Airports, I can kind of see that. It's a fairly large country, I would say. It's not the largest country, but there's probably a decent number of airports in Chile. Hindu percentage, probably not. Olympic medals, I don't really see that, so... Highest elevation, though? It's just, Chile's drawing me to highest elevation because of the mountains towards the southern end of Chile. I'm tempted with highest elevation, although... The mountains, do they get that tall? I don't... Let's go with highest elevation. Let's go with that. It was 11th. Okay, not bad. We'll take that. Right, Nepal would have been amazing for highest elevation. Yeah. Hindu percentage probably is a good shout for Nepal, so let's go with that. It was number 1. Let's go. Guyana. Okay, Guyana is probably T20, cricket, right? There's probably going to be other countries that might be a better shout for cricket, but, I mean, Guyana's just like, it's part of the West Indies, right? So, I'm tempted with cricket here. It's number 7. Yeah, see? That's not bad. Jamaica. Olympic medals, right? Surely, for the, for running, right? Olympic medals is probably not a bad shout, so let's go with that. 35th, that's okay. China. Airports, gotta be, right? Surely. We also haven't used our skip at all, by the way, so... It's gotta be airports, like, come on. 15th, okay. And then South Korea, I mean, public holidays for South Korea, I don't think we need the skip. Let's go with public holidays. Not too bad, to be honest with you. Not too bad. 192. Target was 104. We only went 88 over that. That's not bad. I don't think that's that bad, you know? Okie dokie, now we're going to be playing the Wordle. Of course, this is one of the most well-known daily puzzle games out there. And I think, yeah, there's a hard mode. You know what? We're going to play hard mode. I think that's going to be more fun. So, let's start off with... I like to start off with chart for some reason. I don't know why. It seems like a good starting word. You know, you've got C, H, R, T, the common consonants, and then we have an A as well, just to mix it in. So let's go with chart. Okay, we've got the A. That's okay. What do we do now? I think maybe plane is not a bad shout for our next word. We check for the A, E. We also have an N here, L and P, and like those three consonants, they're pretty common consonants, right? So let's go with plane. Okay, that was not a great next guess. This is interesting. So maybe what do we go for now? SMA, this is interesting. So, A in the middle, but I was gonna go swamp, but then the P's already used up. Damn, I'm not too sure what to go for now. It's so weird. We have the A in the middle, but then, like, we don't have an L. Oh, what? So, it's gotta be something like W-A and then, like, other letters, right? That's the only real thing I can see here. Unless it could be, like, U-A, like, maybe guava? That's possible. I highly doubt it's guava, though. G and V are not great consonants to use up, I think. So, it could be, like, something O-A, and then more consonants. It might be, like, something, O-A-S something, right? The thing is, we just don't have a T, which is a little bit irritating, right? It's a little bit irritating. It might end with K, you know, or maybe it's I-A, and then I'm just trying to work for it. So we don't know if U, I, or O are part of the word. So I'm tempted to go yeah, this is tricky. I don't know why, but I'm thinking guava is actually not a bad idea. I can't really think of any other words for some reason. Like, within OA, I couldn't find anything. Like, I could only think of guava for some reason. I'm probably stupid, but, like, guava as a I want to check if there's a U. I want to check if there's two A's. Yes, G and V are pretty bad consonants to guess, but I'm stumped at the moment, so maybe putting guava down and getting more clues will help here. So I guess that's the strategy. Let's go with guava, and there's no U, there's no A, and the two consonants that we put in, they aren't in the word. Really? This is more confusing now. So maybe it might start with A. Nah, can't start with A. This is where I'm stuck. Maybe it's like AI, but then what would it... Oh, maybe it's something like this, right? With a Y at the end. I'm just curious to see. The hard mode says any revealed hints must be used in subsequent guesses. We know there's no P, but can we still like use that? Like does this work? Swamp? Because I'm really no, but then we also want another vowel just to see if there is another vowel and where that other vowel would be. So I guess like maybe using an I would probably be better. Oh, okay, so you can use letters that are still, like, already guessed. I did an L again, and I could guess flask. We know there's an S now. That does not help much. I'm not too sure where the S is. Yeah, great. Surely it's gotta be at the start then, right? What? I just tested that out, and apparently Swaney is a word. Well, this helps a lot. Swain, what? What's the word? Is swam a word? No. What? Swams. Is that a word? No, that's not a word. What's the word? Huh? I'm so confused. Wait, swamo? Swamy? What sort of word is that? What? Swain, is that how you say it? Swamy. No wonder I couldn't get that word. Wow, okay, interesting. Wow, that's an interesting word. If it were not for swamy as a random fluke guess, I would not have gone that. So, okay, wow. Crazy Wordle. Crazy Wordle. Alright, now we're going to be playing today's Global. So the way this works is, if we just jump straight into here, we guess countries, and depending on the colour of that country, it's going to indicate whether we're close to the correct mystery country, or if we're far away, and we want to guess the mystery country. So, let's kick it off with... What should we kick it off with? Let's go with Italy. It's a very central country to everything, right? So, let's go with Italy. It's a pretty... it's close to the actual country. We're only 215 kilometers away from the... mystery country, right? So, we need another country, because obviously just from one country, highly unlikely that we're going to get to the actual country, although we could probably guess. You never know, we might get it. So if we zoom in, it's not going to be France, it's not going to be Switzerland, it's not going to be Austria, it's not going to be Slovenia, it's probably not Croatia. Croatia's too close for 215 kilometers away. So, maybe Germany is not a bad shout. It could be... Nah, it's not Malta. It probably isn't Albania. It might be Greece. It could be Bosnia. Let's just go with Germany, just to, you know, get an idea of which particular direction it is from Italy and, you know, Germany, I guess. So it's further away than, the mystery country is further away to Germany than it is to Italy. That makes me think that it's probably in this direction now. It probably isn't Monaco. Monaco's too close to Italy for 215 kilometers. Definitely not France, because France borders Italy. It's going to say, oh, Italy borders France or something like that. Probably not Andorra. That's roughly I think that's further than 200 kilometers, and Andorra is like about here, right? That to me looks like 400 kilometers. I'm tempted to go with Bosnia now. Just because it's towards this direction, it is further away to Germany than it is to Italy. My next guess would probably be like Montenegro, probably. How far away is Bosnia? Bosnia is like around about here, so that's around 200 kilometers from Italy, right? Let's go Bosnia. Okay, Bosnia is slightly warmer than Germany, but it's not as warm as Italy. So perhaps it is in this direction then. So it might be Tunisia, you know. I could see that. It could be Algeria, potentially. But I think it's Tunisia. It's closer to Bosnia than it is to Germany, so that makes me think it's probably Tunisia. It's probably not Malta, right? It can't be Malta. Libya? Possibly. It's just that I feel like Bosnia would have a warmer colour if it were to be Libya. So let's go with Tunisia, right? And we can probably rule out Greece by now, because Bosnia would be more purple than it actually looks. So let's go with Tunisia, and it's adjacent to the answer, so that probably means it's going to be Libya, no, Algeria. Yeah, Algeria, because this is part of Italy, and this is roughly 200 kilometers, right? So let's go with Algeria, and the mystery country was Algeria. Ah, okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. 5 guesses. I've only apparently played 2 games, which is definitely not correct. But yeah, 5 guesses, I guess, it's alright. It's not great. I'm just trying to see, like, I really thought that, Germany was far away from Italy, but it seems like it's actually not too far away from Italy. Let's, like, take a look here. This is about 200 kilometers, right? Germany's only like 50 kilometers away from Italy. Wow, okay. And then, I guess Bosnia, it is around 200 kilometers, so I think Bosnia was a fair shout. Although it was, apparently, like, Germany was very much cooler than, Italy, so maybe we should have been pushed away towards over this side. And, you know, I think we probably got a little bit unlucky with, Tunisia. Because, I mean, it's right next to Algeria, that's a mystery country, right? And, well, just from Italy, Germany, and Bosnia, it really did seem like Tunisia was going to be the mystery country. At least for me, it did. But no, Algeria. That was the mystery country, which, well, we learn. Anyways, this is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy watching today's video. The links to Geo Hunter, Wordle, and Globle will be down in the description down below. Go and check it out for yourself if you are interested to play along. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.